mean, just incredible work from Adam Schefter yesterday, absolutely crushing our trade deadline coverage. Big names on the move across the league. You're seeing some of them right there. And listen, we're putting him right back to work, as we always do here on NFL Live. Thanks for being with us, Adam. There is some breaking news in Houston. That's where we begin.
Laura, the Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans said that C.J. Stroud will be out Sunday due to the concussion that he suffered last week against the Denver Broncos on a vicious blow where his head hit the ground. Davis Mills will step in and start against the Jacksonville Jaguars in an AFC South battle on Sunday. It'll be up to Mills to try to keep the Texans' playoff hopes alive as C.J. Stroud takes more time off. Meanwhile, in Arizona, the Cardinals have placed their quarterback, Kyler Murray, on injured reserve due to the foot injury that he's dealing with. This has been a back and forth issue, and some people could see this coming. The Cardinals say Murray will have the chance to focus on rehabbing his foot injury, getting back as soon as possible, but it will not be any time before the next 4 games. And that means that Jacoby Brissett will continue to lead this offense going forward. He will be the starter. He will get an extended look. And that has huge ramifications on what this team might do in the future at the quarterback position.
Yeah, it's a good point. When I spoke to Kyler Murray on the field on Monday, he said his foot really was still bothering him. So, Adam, to your point there, IR gives him the time to heal. Let's get back to some of the news of yesterday. New on NFL Live, Colts head coach Shane Steichen on his newest addition, Sauce Gardner, who the team traded for yesterday.
My impression is, like you said, he's an unbelievable player. To get a bona fide #1 corner in this league, like I said, it elevates everybody around us. And when you make moves like that, it's huge, right? It boosts the confidence of everybody, and our football team's in a good spot. And again, my message to the guys is the same every day. We got to get better every day and focus on today and not worry about the future. But we got to get ready to go play Atlanta this week, and that's the message.
The Colts have been much improved defensively under coordinator Lou Anarumo, jumping from 24th in points allowed last season to 7th this season. While the team ranks 26th against the pass this season, that's partly due to volume, but also personnel. Sauce, a clear upgrade there, right? And we know these Colts are going all in. As we welcome you into the show, glad you're with us on this Wednesday. Dan Orlovsky, Andrew Hawkins, Field Yates, as always. Adam will be with us throughout the show. We also have a really exciting thing on wristbands and play calling coming your way later. But Dan, do you expect Sauce to make an impact for the Colts defense this week against the Vikings? That's his first chance.
I don't see this week being the impactful one. Here's the one. This is one of the most schematically diverse defenses in the NFL. If you watch some of the coverages, some of the coverages that they get into, it's pretty diverse. Okay, so that's going to take a lot of studying. I think the second thing is when you watch the secondary, communication's paramount. You know, the way that they pass coverages off, the way that they have to rotate, the way that they get in and out of things. So I think the biggest question is going to be, Sauce has spent the majority of his career, and certainly this season, at the line of scrimmage, just putting hands on people. That's not necessarily the style of football, especially on early downs, Indy plays. Does Indy lean into the strengths of Sauce? Does Indy try to get him off the ball a little bit more and play with vision? How they play him just as an individual cover guy is going to be really interesting early on. I think by the time that we get to December, we'll see really the impact he'll have on this defense.
I think he's going to follow. I think he's going to follow Drake. I think that's why you give up the compensation that you gave up for him, because it gives you that ability to have a corner you can match.
You think he's going to shadow Drake London?
I think he is, and I think they would be smart to because of the way they're trying to utilize Drake London in their pass game, specifically in the red zone. So if you check this tape out, he had 3 touchdowns last week, all in the red zone. You'll see it here in the slot. He's going to motion inside. You're hoping that corner plays over top. They don't. They switch it off. So now you have press on a flat route. It shouldn't work, but it doesn't matter because of who Drake London is and his catch radius. Touchdown. The very next play, you're going to have, now they're going to be in a bunch, which is going to make him number 3. He's going to have a wide fade that you're hoping that these act as pick routes on the 2 outside receivers and like a surge style play. Again, covered pretty well. With his catch radius, it doesn't matter. All he needs is a little bit of space and he can go up and catch this football. Now, tricks, they're going to motion down to a bunch. He out leverages the corner because he's playing heavy inside, plays it pretty well. It doesn't matter. Drake London and how they use him in the pass game is similar to how they want Bijan Robinson in the run game. So for Sauce, if I'm them, I'm saying, hey, it is your job to mitigate what they do with Drake London, because clearly that's who their pass game runs through.
Ford Field jumps in one, the size. So the length of Sauce certainly impacts that. The flip side is, if you're doing that, Drake lives where? Slot.
Yep.
Information for us as an offense. You're not bringing Sauce in there to play zone coverage. So that's the cat and mouse game, because once you do that, I know what kind of coverage you're in.
Yeah, a reminder, this game 9:30 a.m. on Sunday, so things get started off with a really interesting one. Let's go bigger picture in Indy. Field, what does this move tell you about maybe some of their offseason priorities and just where they're going in general?
Yeah, they're confident the 7-2 start is legitimate. They're also confident that Daniel Jones is the quarterback that can take them to the Super Bowl and compete legitimately with the likes of the Chiefs and the Bills and the Ravens when it gets to January and maybe into February. I don't think anybody believes that Daniel Jones would not want to be a Colt beyond this offseason. But if he had any level of doubts and wanted to at least survey the market, he's got plenty of leverage now, because the Colts have two very valuable resources that are no longer theirs. They belong to the Jets in the form of those 2 first-round picks. They are committed to this core, and that includes Daniel Jones, who I'm sure he would love to be in Indianapolis for a long time. But if they were ever planning on getting a discount, Daniel has the leverage to say, basically, here's the price to keep me, or else I could go somewhere else.
I wonder if they go to him now.
Richardson,
They should.
by the way.
Right now, and by the way, this could be, we have seen this marriage work, by the way.
Don't get even more out of hand.
Right? I mean, it's a dice roll.
You showed your hand already, though.
Right. I wonder if
what
they
if
try to
they-
lock that up sooner rather than later.
Any danger it just goes downhill, though?
I don't think because of the supporting cast.
Yeah, he is surrounded well. All right, that's interesting, Dan. Dan and Hawk, take it away.
When does he know time to get inside?
Game plan within the game plan.
Don't do what's on the paper. Do what you know.
We call
Let
it
go.
squirrel.
Squirrel.
I want to work backwards here.
I am licking my chops because it's time to eat. This is why he's such a smart football player.
This is the fastest speed.
If I tried that now, I would tear everything.
You have my permission to slap him to sleep.
6'6" worth of Connecticut swag.
Whoa.
Let's get it.
That was dumb.
Wide out Wednesday, yay.
Wide Out Wednesday. You know, last week when we were hanging our latest wide out, you alluded to a specific kind of receiver missing from the list. And I've been racking my brain all week. And then I finally figured it out.
Who'd you say? What'd you do?
The 5'8" slot receiver. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
This week,
There's tons of them.
we rectified that with our guy, DeMario Pop Douglas.
Call him by his government
We got improve it, remove it, lube it typically.
Okay.
But since 5'8" receivers is my area of expertise, we're going lube. All right. And we're going to educate the people on what does it take for a 5'8" wide receiver to be.
Okay.
Let's start with the first one. Number one, the question is, can you win on contested catches? We're going to have an out this week.
There's tons of them.
We rectified that with our guy, DeMario Pop Douglas.
Call him by his government
We got improve it, remove it, lube it typically.
Okay.
But since 5'8" receivers is my area of expertise, we're going lube. So we're going to put you in the backfield, and we're going to get you matched up on a linebacker in space. You wide and release, you stutter, you let your speed and quickness show the defense that if you match up against a linebacker against me, it will be a win every single time. And last but not least, the 2 most important things, separation and run after catch.
All right, so we're going to go to the slot here. I want to let everyone see it. It's going to be a massive play for this offense. Pop Douglas, we call this like a deep cross route. You might call it a field post because he's chewing up so much ground. Let's go back to the beginning. We're talking man coverage, winning in the slot.
So yeah, exactly. You laid it out perfectly. This is going to be a deep cross. Now, the thing that you will get tricked into doing as a wide receiver, especially in the slot, you're going to seam release, which means you're inside releasing, and you're going to put that DB in a position where you have no idea where he is. He's going to be in what we call the back pocket.
So
Pause it
you're
right here.
intentionally, as a receiver, getting him in your back hip?
Yes.
Like right there.
And there was something on film that the Patriots saw because they actually had a chance to hit 3 of these.
Okay, yeah.
They hit 1 for 58.
Yeah.
But there's 2 more touchdowns and probably another 100 yards out there. But you get this DB in your back pocket. Well, now we're running wide receiver and running this route blindly, which is a good thing. So what you have to make sure that you are disciplined enough to do for your separation is to give him enough of a vertical threat and not be enticed by the fact that you feel like you got on top and breaking too early to that route.
So when does that, once that receiver gets him on that back hip, this point right there, when will Pop Douglas know I'm deep enough to really win, separate, and get to my landmark with the pass concept?
What I tell wide receivers is What you have to do is not convince the DB of the route you're running. You got to convince yourself.
Okay.
So it's a thing where you're going to release in there, and you have to literally method act in your mind that I'm running vertical, almost like you forget that you're running the crossing, and then you snap back to it, because if you can convince yourself, you'll convince that DB.
That's how he runs with that speed still vertically?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you're going to see a seam release for 10, and you're going to see him push it for about 6 yards.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 30-yard catch and run. Obviously, he makes 4 guys miss, but that's the beauty of it. You're going to seam release inside, push vertical, make sure you are patient in it. If you break it too quickly, he's going to have the ability to undercut it.
Yep.
Once you get his hips completely turned, you snap it, big time play.
I love it.
All right.
Stuff.
Let's go.
That's the first 5-8er.
First 5-8er, baby. Won't be the last, I promise you. All right, now we got to hang this up here.
You're a little short on space
We
there.
don't have much space, Laura. You're right about that. Maybe we. How do we figure this out?
Oh, wait a second.
Oh,
we
there
got
we
a
go.
bandit.
There, see? That's
Why's it gotta be me, man?
Damn it, Dan.
Dan.
You know why it has to be you.
Okay.
Wow.
We're gonna talk about that post show.
Yeah, okay.
How about they
right,
kept
come
the
on, Bob.
Hawkalisa,
Welcome.
though.
There he is. Man after my own heart right there.
Wait, Dan, you didn't want to steal the Hawkalisa in your Louvre heist?
And there's some players come and go, coaches come and go. But the one thing that I do know, with change, there comes opportunity. And I want this to be a team that the fans are proud of. But again, I never said that we're going to be proud of them right now.
So ESPN Analytics currently gives the Jets a 15% chance to earn the top pick in next April's NFL draft. New York is only favored in 2 of its remaining 9 games per ESPN Analytics. Those games are this week against the Browns and Week 16 at the Saints. So listen, Jets fans, don't worry. Don't pay attention to the rest of the games, but just get excited about the draft. Normally, we put Field Yates to work here on some rookies to watch around the league, but not today, Field. Today, I want you to give us some quarterback names you think the Jets may consider using some of that newly acquired draft capital on here in the coming years.
Yeah, let's start with who's been perhaps the best quarterback in all of college football this season. That's Fernando Mendoza for Indiana.